And so, it continues. Hello there, welcome back to the Virtual Writing Academy. I'm back. Sorry about last week's absence. I was in the middle of writing. I'm writing a book right now, and let's just say that I was in the zone. But that's behind us now. I'm still in the zone, I'm still writing. But I wanted to actually get some videos out this week, so here we are today. Today's writing exercise is going to be on choices, the pathways that our characters take throughout their lifetimes, and the alternative choices that were along their way. Things that could have been, things that might have been, things that could have changed the way their entire lives played out. But before I go on anywhere, if you're new to these videos, if you want to start on this part, well, let me tell you real quick what's going to be happening, okay? Every Friday, usually, here on my YouTube channel, I put up an episode of the Virtual Writing Academy, where I present a writing exercise to you. We sit down and you write for 10 minutes non-stop. There's actual time in this video allocated for you to do so. And to make things just a little bit easier, I like to put some music in the background to get you right into the writing mood. And after the writing segment, we reconvene, we meet up again, and we share our experiences. So, how about it? Are you ready to get some writing done? I'm gonna assume that you are. And if you're not ready yet, pause the video and go grab all the things you need. Close the door, put on headphones, grab your favorite notebook and pen, or open up your favorite writing software of choice. Minimize the video, do what you need to do, especially the putting on headphones part. I'm gonna count backwards from 3, and when I get to 0, I'm gonna assume that you're ready to move on, okay? Pause the video, get ready, because we're gonna move on at the count of 3, 2, 1... Let's go. Now, one of the things that I want to make very clear with this as well as any of my other exercises is that the purpose of this video is to get you to get some writing done. Push the world around you away, those stray thoughts, push them away, and focus on the task at hand, writing. With that being said, hand in hand, really, this exercise, like all the other ones in the past, are here just as a guideline to get you going. If throughout the writing process you realize, hey, if I did this instead, or that instead, the exercise will be way more exciting and fun, then please, I would like to inspire you to do so, as well as adapting this exercise to whatever is going on in your story. If you can find a way to slide this into the narrative, or into a part of the narrative that may not be happening right now, but later on in the story, then please go ahead and do so. Again, our challenge here is to get 10 minutes of writing done. Okay? No more, no less. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be written. And with all of that stuff out of the way, let's dive right in. Today's exercise is titled In a Different Timeline. Write a scene from the point of view of a character who, a mere year prior, made the biggest choice of their life. One that changed everything for them, and maybe even the world around them. Some things to keep in mind. What choice did your character make? Why did they make this choice? Was it all just to benefit them or to benefit someone else? Was it a job, a relationship? Was it the fate of the world? What was it? What did they choose? And why? Remember that sometimes people make the right choice for the wrong reasons. And the inverse of that is also true. And of course, the catch, because there's always a catch. Focus this scene on your character wondering what could have been if only they had made another choice. What would their life be like, and the world around them, if they lived in that different timeline? A place where they made a different choice. Now, by this point, most of you are already running through ideas. You're already thinking, okay, I'm gonna grab this character at this point in the story. This prompt is a really good prompt for, let's say, the end of, or after the climax of your story, or a story that you have worked on in the past. What would have happened if this happened instead of that? If the antagonist had done this instead of that, where would the story had gone to? I think this is a nice what-if scenario, especially considering not only what would have happened to the world, but also focusing in on the character themselves. What would be over their life? How would they have changed as a person? How would the world around them be different. It doesn't have to be, again, about saving the world. It could be, but it could also just be about the small world around them, their neighborhood, their family, their friends. How does one choice affect the entire outcome? Hold on to those dominoes. The time to write is almost upon us. As always, I'm gonna give you the first line. Just slide it in there. If you don't want it, that's fine. Some writers are more comfortable at just jumping in than others, so I like to offer a first line for those who just need a launch pad. And today's first line goes a little bit like this. Did I make a mistake? Make sure to write that down or modify it if you want. Do what you need to do to get writing done, because the writing is almost upon us. Focus. Stay strong. Get the writing done. It's just 10 minutes. You can do this, okay? Focus. No hesitation, no doubt. The writing being into the count of 3, 2, 1. Go! 60 seconds remaining. Alright, time's up, pencils down, fingers off the keyboard. Welcome back. I hope you had a lovely time considering the what ifs, the could have beens. Now, the most astute of you, maybe the most perceptive of you writerly friends out there, might feel that this prompt is a little similar, just a little similar to the introspection exercise we had, part 5? Part 6? I forget. And in a way it is. I don't think it's that similar. And some people in the comments may be like, eh. What I like about this exercise is that first and foremost, it's another very human situation, focused on character once again. And as I mentioned, it's a human situation in which we wonder all the time. You know, what would have happened if I had said this instead? What would have happened if I had done this instead? Where would I be now if I had bet on Snake Eyes like I thought that one time right before Snake Eyes came out? I don't gamble, but that one time, I was like, I could have gambled. And the odds for Snake Eyes are crazy too, so it's just one of those things. I think about it all the time. No, that's not the root of today's exercise, but I was thinking about it as I was reflecting. In a way, I guess, it is the things that we don't have that always seem sweeter than the things we do have. And it's so easy to imagine, even our own characters wondering about, what if this hadn't happened? What if this other character and I had been able to sort our differences in a different way? What if the antagonist hadn't been set on doing this with the world? Or the land, or my people, you know? It's one of those moments. What did your character think? What choices did they make? Did you experiment with the other point of view? Instead of writing what happened, writing the other timeline, the other person on the other side. That could be the whole root of an entire different story, honestly. An interesting concept as well. What happened on that other timeline? On that alternate universe? On that other someday? But I've rambled on a little bit too much. I hope they had fun with the exercise, and I hope that if anything, you got some writing done. At the end of it all, you sat down, you followed the instructions, and you pushed through, and that's great. No matter how much you did, you got some writing done today, and that's awesome. And I hope that maybe this inspires you to get some more writing done, okay? And there will always be another exercise, another one coming to you next week, so you have nothing to worry about. For the time being, as we're rolling into the outro, I want to let you know the track you heard today was titled Ocean of Tears by EGM and OCRemix.org. OCRemix.org is a wonderful website filled with talented musicians who are making remixes of your favorite video game tracks. The track you're listening to right now, the main theme of the show, as well as the song you heard during the writing sequence, can be found in the links in the description down below. Free download, as well as other thousands of tracks. Go check them out. OCRemix is just a wonderful website. Also consider following them on YouTube and Twitter, because they post whatever new tracks are coming out, and that's a great source for music to be writing to. I fully recommend it. God, I almost forgot. If you had fun writing this exercise and you feel inclined to share with us, please feel free to share your writing in the comments down below, as well as links to whatever you're sharing it online, whether it is Wattpad or Tumblr. Tumblr. Feel free to also post there with the hashtags on screen right now. I mean, or not, it's up to you. Ultimately, I want you to remember, because this is one of those things that people forget about sometimes. Even though you wrote based on my prompt, the writing that you made is yours. It's your time, your effort, your work, your writing, okay? Use it in your story, post it in your blog, submit it to a short story contest, it's yours, okay? Your work, your time, your effort, your writing. Now, as we are rolling into the formal outro, if you have suggestions or thoughts on today's episode and would like to give me some feedback, I will absolutely welcome it in the comments down below, as well as recommendations or suggestions for future episodes. I have done episodes based on viewer suggestions, so if you have an idea or a recommendation for a sort of episode you would like me to, or an idea you would like me to wrap around an exercise, let me know. Now, as we are in the formal outro, I want to let you know that if you enjoyed this video and would like to make sure that I can continue on making content like this one for the foreseeable future, please consider checking out my Patreon. Patron is an awesome website where viewers like you, can pledge their hard-earned money towards the people whose content you believe in. If you enjoy my content and you want to get some cool perks along the way, like getting to watch my videos early, then consider pledging to Patreon. Of course, if Patron's not your cup of coffee, how about a cup of tea? One-time donation, link in the description down below. Now, full outro! Yeah! Thank you for tagging along, I hope you had fun. Up here, playlist with way more virtual writing academy episodes if you're new to the series. Up here. Down here is a link to my Patreon. Up here is a link to subscribe. Click on my pixel face to subscribe to my channel. And down here should be a big button with 2 dangos. Me and Kitty, our other channel, where we do very, 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 very silly things. Check all of those out. And for the time being, I want to thank you for tagging along. I hope you had fun writing. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Class dismissed.